above it. Kevin Parker's in the studio, man. I was reading an interview, the UK Press, and I think it was UK Press, and you said you've written a few songs for Kylie Minogue. Now, have your people heard from Kylie's people?
No, not at all. Wait, Kylie's people heard? No. No, I don't think any of my people have taken that seriously yet, which they shouldn't.
They shouldn't?
That's why you shouldn't read UK music press.
Okay. But, I mean, would you, if she read that and she contacted you, would you do it?
Totally. Yeah, I mean,
why not?
Always just had totally, why not? I mean, I've always just had a desire to do those kind of songs. I mean, I like listening to commercial radio sometimes when I do in the back of taxis and stuff. Makes me realise how out of touch with the pop world I am. You know, I have this like idea that I could just slot into the like naff commercial pop world, but I feel like in reality I'd just be slotting into like the 90s. I don't know, but yeah, I mean,
your music compiles loads of different eras, and Adam Trainer, the music director down here, I asked him if he had a question for you, and he forwarded me through something, and it was really full on, because he's got a PhD in music or whatever.
Oh God.
Yeah, and he feels like right now anything's possible, and you can kind of mix any style of music together. So you're hearing it's really commercial pop and hearing elements that you might put in. You wouldn't do the whole kit and caboodle, right? I don't imagine. Do you think, like, his question was, did you think that from now on there won't be any delineation in, like, maybe the teenagers will be the same as the 20s of 2000s and all this? And it's an interesting idea because everything seems to be able to be just slammed together. Did you have an opinion on that, or just it's pretty complex?
I don't really have an opinion, but I do think about it a lot. And it does seem like there are just less and less boundaries these days. And in fact, the more you think about it, the more you realise, like, there are no boundaries. And maybe there never were. And then I think maybe it's just because I'm getting older and I'm kind of seeing things for what they really are. You know, music is just being people's output of sound art, you know, whether it's commercial pop, whether it's the most abrasive alternative, you know, noise rock imaginable. You know, it's all kind of in the same thing. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, I don't actually keep my ear to the ground of that much kind of stuff of like...
Yeah, you were just saying you mainly keep in touch with pop music via taxis, don't you?
Yeah, so all I have is my extremely uneducated and ill-informed opinion. But, I mean...
As do I.
Yeah, I think it's exciting, for one, the way that people can just mash together whatever they want these days, and it'll be something.
Cool.
But it makes me think, like, why couldn't you do that before? You know?
I mean, architecture's changing. Like, the arena looks kind of like Melbourne-y, but Felicity Groom's cousin, he was the architect of that thing, and he's actually fully into Star Wars, and it's actually more of a formation of his childhood impression and influence of Star Wars than Melbourne architecture.
Wow.
And so, I don't know, that kind of looks like now, and that didn't happen before, so I guess these things just do develop somehow.
Totally. Do you know what I was thinking the other day? I was thinking that I actually think the bell tower looks pretty cool. I know that it's kind of like...
I don't mind it as well. Like, you can see straight down Barrack, and there it is, and it's got nothing to do with the Richard Cord. It's
who?
The guy that it's his trophy.
Oh, right. Did he design it? Or he just got someone to?
He was in power, so to speak, when it was commissioned, so that's his kind of legacy on it.
Because when you see it at night and it's all lime green and space age, it looks pretty like... You can imagine like a supervillain living there, like a total Dr. Evil, crazy,
I might be able to now.
So, yeah, well, I mean, next time you see it, just imagine like some cackling, world-dominating freak sitting up the top there.
I might just start drinking there and be that freak. Now recognition, man. Like you just let's move on to another topic because we've only got a little bit of time. I wouldn't mind getting through a few things. Obviously, we culminate in scooters, the topic of scooters, surely. But you just sold out your UK tour. You did Brixton Academy and UK Press again. They were misinforming me with the opinion that they suggested even if your next record was half good, you'd sell out a massive arena. In any case, you sold out your tour, and you've come through Australia. Now, if I were you, not that is ever likely, if I was in that position, not that it's at all likely, I'd be practicing Zen yoga to manage the joy. How are you dealing with this? Is it just exciting?
To manage the joy, did you say?
Yeah, because, like for me, it would just be about joy management. Like, keep calm. But I don't know.
It's interesting. I thought you actually meant Zen meditation to manage the
stress.
Yeah, well, yeah, the brain overwhelming.
For me, it's just for you. If that's what joy is, then fine. But for me, okay, I'm just seeing it and going, wow, that guy must be excited.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, these are the only kind of times I even begin to think about it.
Okay.
Because when we're all together as a band, just sort of sitting in the back of the tour bus, you know, it's all just a big joke. It's all just this hilarious fiasco that's going on. Like, we step out to the tour bus and there are like people, you know, our own age, younger than us, older than us, waiting for us to scribble on a bit of paper. You know, us, you know, these bozos from Fremantle, and it's just completely insane. And we don't even really sort of accept it, or not accept. We don't even sort of like.
Take it into account.
Yeah, it's kind of just this really weird thing going on.
That's fine.
What am I trying to say?
No, that's fine. You've responded most thoroughly there. That's 100%.
And so we have this thing where we get a bit worried every time we have to go back into the real world. You know, we come home and go out and drink with our sort of friends and people we know, and we see people that we've used to play in a band with 5 years ago and stuff down at like the bakery and stuff. And then they sort of ask us about like these sold out tours of UK and like Brixton Academy and stuff. And then it's kind of like I suddenly go like, then I feel like there's this kind of difference, you know. Then we kind of feel like we're a fish out of water. But until then, we never really even sort of consider it. It's just this joke, basically. Yeah, I don't know. But at the end of the day, you know, I guess we have our own ways of dealing with it, or sort of coming to terms with it when we do. Drinking and scooters.
So what's this about a scooter? You're apparently riding around on a scooter, and you just came in with a helmet. And I know Julian, your French drummer, who I don't know where you found him, but he's a goddamn stem cell motherfucker. He can do anything. But yeah, you guys are riding around on scooters. Tell us about it.
We started a scooter gang.
Really?
Yeah, we're in it's the scooter. It doesn't actually have a name yet. I just realised, but we ride together.
You got to name it now somehow. I mean,
don't put me on the spot.
How many scooters are there? 2.
Yeah, it's at 2. Cam Avery is also in the scooter gang.
So there's 3.
But he doesn't know it yet. He's yet to make his maiden voyage with the gang.
I mean, you could go the Pulp Fiction reference in Fox Force 3, but you know,
yeah,
it could be deeper than that.
Yeah.
We can think
I'll
about
get back to you.
Very good.
Next Wednesday.
Wednesday?
No, but I mean, man, this is just the best thing in the world, scooters. I can't believe I spent my whole life not knowing about them. It's like the perfect cross between riding a bike and driving a car.
Man, I really feel like I'm keeping you from your scooter. If you could tell me one more song that we can play on the radio from your much lauded record, then you can just go back out there.
Sweet. What about the much overlooked Music to Walk Home By?
Yeah, awesome. Track 5.
It's I think it's all our favourites at the moment, especially to play live.
Okay.
For some reason, we're the only ones that seem to, you know, like there's the singles and everything, and people get into them and stuff. But
I thoroughly understand what you're saying. You're digging this song. Okay, well, thanks for coming in. And if on January 9 you have a little bit of time before you go on tour to the States to possibly come in and maybe play a tune, well,
no worries, bro.
RTRFM would love to hang out with that, you know?
Cool, man.
Sweet as. All right, well, have a good time.
Cheers.
Cheers, Kev.